So how does a young family manage to live out here and operate a fantastic tourism destination for people like us? So let's listen to what they have to say.
I'm Kieran.
And I'm Tori Wardle, and we're from Dirk Hartog Island in Shark Bay, Western Australia.
My grandfather, Sir Thomas Wardle, purchased the lease on Dirk Hartog Island 50 years ago. We used to come here as a family with my brothers and my parents and enjoy the island. We used to run about 7,000 sheep on here. In 1994, I came up here and started tourism on Dirk Hartog Island. And Tori joined me in 1996. Yeah, it's come a long way in such a short period of time.
I arrived here when I was 19. I had been doing my chef apprenticeship in Melbourne. Prior to that, I lived inland from here on a station. When I was about 16, I had met Kieran at a party, and somehow I ended up meeting him again, and he said, "Do you want to come up for a week?" And I came up for a week and I never went back to Melbourne.
The EcoLodge, where we are today, was built in
1880,
1890. It was the original shearers' quarters and built out of local stone off the island. The old shearers' quarters, has been our family's homestead since we've ever had the island. When Tori joined me up here, we added en-suites to all the rooms. We've added this beautiful bar and gourmet kitchen. You know, there's a lot of effort gone into just getting this place right.
It takes years to make a house a home, and I think that's what changed. We made it our home, and then eventually we've had a few children.
So we've got 3 kids that were born in Perth, but were all brought back up here within weeks of being born. They haven't known anything different than our lifestyle, which is island life. So our oldest boy now has gone to boarding school down in Perth, and he's enjoying that. Our youngest 2 kids, Ollie, who's 11, and Sanchi, who's 8. We got School of the Air, it's from Carnarvon, and so they log on to the computer each morning, and they've got their own little classes. We've got a young girl here that helps them with all of that work, and it's great because we see them for morning tea, we see them for lunch, and we've got them straight after school, so we've still got that great interaction with them. Yeah, our kids are quite lucky. They've got one of the best backyards that you could possibly dream of. You know, you've got the beautiful ocean and the beach straight out the front. My typical day on Dirk Hartog Island is up early, generally at 5:30, drive down to the south end of the island, which takes about 40 minutes, jump on a barge, bring all the 4-wheel drives and campers across for the day, and I'm usually back here by 10 a.m. if everything goes smoothly, and then I'm usually keeping this place running, whether it's the generator, the power, the water. If guests are staying with us in the lodge and they want a guide for the day, we'll put them in our 4-wheel drives and take them down to the surf point or blowholes. If they want to go for a fish or a snorkel, we'll jump on the boat.
My day is quite different to Kieran's. I'm up pretty early too, sometimes depending on what the guests want to do. It's either a cooked brekkie or a continental brekkie. Packed lunch is like a normal picnic lunch, but everything's homemade. I'm in the kitchen all day long because I bake pretty much everything and cook everything from scratch. Our closest shops would be, it's about an hour there, an hour back, and I'd never be able to duck into Denham to pick up a quick thing that I might need. So occasionally we have to fly things in if we really need our supplies quickly. We pretty much bake from scratch, even making our own rice flour, for instance. We just grind up rice.
Our days never stop. You know, we're always trying to please and trying to keep guests entertained and make sure that they get the best possible experience when visiting Dirk Hartog. The island's got quite a different variety of accommodation and ways to explore the island. So one of the most popular now is people bring their own 4-wheel drives. We've got a little barge from Steep Point, the most western point of Australia. It only takes about 15 minutes to get across, and then they've got this amazing island which is about 90 kilometres long, 15 kilometres wide, to explore and camp. And a lot of people come and stay with us in the lodge where we do all the food, and we've got this amazing rustic luxury accommodation which is just an oasis on the water's edge. We've also got a little self-contained villa with 3 bedrooms, and that's really popular with young families. We've got about 20 campsites here that we can cater for 20 vehicles, and it's really nature-based and back to wilderness type camping. In 1616, a Dutch sea captain, Dirk Hartog, discovered basically Australia. He was the first European to record his landing in Australia, and he left a pewter plate at the north end of this island. He was here for 3 days and he set sail heading north. He basically put Australia on world maps.
In 2009, Dirk Hartog Island became a national park, and national parks have this most amazing project happening called Return to 1616. It started about 8 years ago when we got rid of the sheep, and they got rid of feral goats and feral cats, and reintroducing native animals to Dirk Hartog. That's just done an amazing job with it. The banded hair wallaby and the rufous hair wallaby have already been introduced and started having babies, so it's successful. What they're doing is absolutely amazing. Can't wait for the future when there's lots of little animals running around that have been endangered for many years.
This is not an easy lifestyle. You know, as a job, this is a tough job. As a lifestyle, if you were just here living life and not having the pressures of making sure visitors have the experience we want them to have, yeah, life would be easy. So one Powerball, and
We're not out of here, but...
No, you're not out of here. You're enjoying it with some full-time staff. Living in Perth for a couple of years, and you get up in the morning, you switch the light on and the light works. Well, here we produce all our own power, have solar power, which we've got a backup generator, we've got a wind turbine. All our water comes from 7 kilometres away, so we have to pump that with a windmill to tanks up the top of the hill, and it's gravity fed. So there's a lot of work just getting the basics to make everything operate smoothly. But it's great fun doing all that, you know, managing all those little things, and at the end of the day, it all works. It's a great day. We have a variety of events all year round, and they're listed on our website, and anything from gourmet food events to different four-wheel drive events, and yeah, so check the website on that.